Good morning, Dead Robot Dev. How are we doing this morning? Oh man, my scroll is screwed up. There we go. I can't remember how to, good morning, y'all. Good afternoon. We're doing well this morning. How do I get to just... Discover weekly. Let's see here. Let's do that this morning. All right. So we need to build this queue. Let me get the service running. Oh, we have a ghosty update. Let's get that. Tmux effect, perfect. Yeah. How's progress going on the integration? Really well. Check this out. Everything right now, we've got song working. Oh no. I have an expired token, which it should have refreshed. That's sus. At least it failed and told me the right error. It's all right. That's a 2-second fix. All right, that should be good there. Yep, and then we have Q, if I could spell. And then you can also request a song with a point redemption. Sorry, I got distracted. I had one person, Fire Bulldog, ask, hello, when did you improve your programming skills a lot? Well, I've been programming since I was 13. I'm 31 right now. So that's, what, 18 years of programming? I would say I've had the most dramatic increases in my ability and skill over the past year and a half since I've started streaming and making a conscious effort to work on projects every day. Is this a new project? If not, what's different from existing? Yeah, this is a new project. I've been building it to learn Effect TS. That's weird that that didn't refresh though, Kyle. Oh no, plenty of people have done this before. What time is this? What's Effect.ts? Effect.ts is a new framework for TypeScript that adds a bunch of really nice error handling. It adds concurrency primitives. It's really awesome. Highly recommend checking it out if you're a TypeScript dev. Let's see here. I just lost my copy paste. I want to see what time this disconnected. Not carbon. What time is this in EST? So it disconnected at 6:50 yesterday. So we probably want to handle retry on the WebSocket server once we have this running full time. What up, Wakar? Let's get our tweet out before I forget. I've been forgetting to do that. Create another. Let's try a totally different aesthetic. I don't think it's better at math, but I don't think it's perfect. I've seen it still fail in some bits. All right, so we basically need to copy what Ryan's doing here. So we get the queue. I don't know how to read this syntax here. Is it left and right? Is that all he's doing? Is making a tuple of left and right? And we pipe that into reduce. Current track, actual queue. Oh, I see what we're doing. We get the track. We look in the queue. If we get it, we add it to the current queue. I don't fully understand what's happening here. So we have the current queue. So this is the queue as Spotify sees it. We go over that list for each track. Function track ID. Wait, that's the current. I don't know how to read this function. That's the accumulator. That's the current. This is Elixir. We're just gonna ask. We're gonna do the easy thing here. Oh, excuse me. Translate this to TypeScript. Thank you, robot. All right, so all right. So we're gonna do something similar. We need a queue. So let's say we have this state. We'll make a new queue. And it'll be we need to go look up the docs for the queue. No, we want. We're just gonna make an unbounded queue. And we need a type in here. We need like we have this queue item, I guess. And that's gonna be like a read only. And that'll be track ID string, and then it'll be requester display name, which will be a string, or we'll just make that an option. Option dot option of string. So we'll do that, and then we'll have a queue item. This will be unbounded. So now we have this queue. Great. What up, Elevery? There's a good chance I'm skipping this one. Yep. Let's not abuse the radio, y'all. Yeah, we'll get there. We probably will up the price today. But for now, we're still testing enough that I'm fine with it. All right. So then we also need our pub sub. So let's say const pub sub equals yield star pub sub client. Nope, that's not what we wanted. I have not played around with cluster yet, but I want to because I think I have a good use case for it at work. Although I don't want to use it while it's still in alpha. But yeah, you get... Let's go rename this. I want to rename this to pub sub client. And then we're going to change this to Spectre. This will be pub sub client. Yeah, you like that one bite? You like that? Okay, that looks good. So we have our pub sub client, and we want to const, let's grab a subscriber. We want to subscribe to song We're gonna need a new message for this. There's gonna have to be like song queued, song added to queue. Yeah, we're going. Let's do that. And over here, do that, and we'll go to messages, and we'll make a new message, and we'll paste that in here, and this will be I'm gonna skip through these because someone requested a bunch in a row. You can re-request them then. Here you go, one bite. Business is serious here, always. So this is going to be track ID. We'll even just call it a song ID. No, we should probably call it track ID. Track ID will be a string, and then requester display name is also a string. And let's grab that out. What do we call that? Song added to Spotify queue. Song added to Spotify queue. We go here, song added to that, and song, yeah, like that. All right, now we can subscribe and publish those messages. Morning, JD, how we doing? So we're actually going to want to put this subscriber, we can actually probably have it here. We're going this orthodontics ask. I'm going to try to build for my wife's work. Nice. That's awesome. Yep. Bana, you can request songs and stuff. Yep, you need to, if you go to the Spotify app and just click like share and then copy link, it should give you a link to paste in. So we want to, this is a DQ. So we really need like a new effect, right? We need like a yield star effect dot fork scoped, and we want get my mouse out of the way. Fork scoped effect dot forever, and then we need effect dot gen function star boom boom, just like that. And we're gonna go find one of our other subscribers. Let's just go to like, yeah, Jen. I think I can maybe use a sync for this. Never mind. It's not what I thought it was. All right, so we want to basically yield star Quayu dot take all from the subscriber. We should get some messages, right? We should have a chunk. Okay. And then we should be able to work. We have a way to work with chunks. We have this guy. Chunk dot. We can probably map, right? Can we go to an array? Really, we can just do chunk for each, right? Nah, this is TypeScript. Probably don't even need to do that. Zip. Transforms the elements of a chunk. We don't really need to transform. Drop, turn around. Oh, oh. I think we probably just want to for each it. Message chunks. And then we should have a function here, right? And this should be a message then. Yeah, it is. Oh, we don't even have to yield that. Okay, cool. Drop. Shop. So when we get a chunk, we have to do that basically the same process that Ryan's doing in his Elixir code we were looking at. So what do we have to do? We have two queues, right? We have the real Spotify queue, and that's gonna look something like, it's just gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we have our internal queue, which is gonna look like, let's just say we have 2 requests, and it's gonna be like track ID 1, requester display name, Bunabacks, and let's say we have a second one in here. Let's drop this to another line. And we'll come over here, we'll do the same thing. And this will be 2, and we'll just say this is Mecha Pylon. Right? And we have to synchronize these to that. And like the end result of merging slash syncing should be internal queue. Really, this should be sum. Same here. We should have like this, and then 2, and then these would be, let's just say actually this is like track 3, right? And then this would be none. and this would be none. So that's what we want to get to. Right here's the end goal. Actually, that would be... Does that make sense to everybody, what we're trying to do here? So the problem we're trying to solve, is eventually that I would like to have, here, I'll pull over OBS. I would like to have in this part of my stream or somewhere in like probably in this bottom corner, right? I would like to have like a little thing that's like currently playing and shows the current song. And if it was requested by somebody, I want their name there. And then I want that to cycle and be like next up song. And if it was requested by someone, it has their name. But if it wasn't requested by somebody, it just doesn't show their name. The thing that gets difficult is that Spotify itself can't track who requested the song. So I need to keep some internal state mapping the song somebody requested to their display name. So I have to have this internal queue that is synced up with Spotify's queue. So I have to keep these two pieces of state in sync. Well, really, I have to keep my internal queue synced up with Spotify's actual queue. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. What is this? It's kind of interesting. So we need to write we need a way to get the currently playing. We need to take this message and we're just going to say, can this run a effect? I guess I can because maybe we need to do something like q.offer. Oh, I wonder if I can pass it a chunk. That would be nice. Q.offer all message chunks. Oh, sick. That does work. Do I not have to yield that? Oh, I forgot to pass in my queue. I guess this could even be a song. That would work, right? What are we doing here? This is gonna be Quayu. this should have two different, yeah. Jesus. The first time in the queue forces Spotify to play it once or just push. I queue to Spotify's and then we have to resync ours. So basically for every song that's in my Spotify queue, we will loop over it. We'll check the internal queue. We'll see if there's a corresponding song ID. If it is, we'll update. We basically will insert every song from the Spotify queue into our internal one. And if it matches one somebody already requested, we'll have a sum value for the requester display name. Otherwise, we'll have a none for ones that are just queued up normally by Spotify. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. So let's actually do this. Dot pipe. And we're just going to... No, that's fine. That queue can have that. That saves us from... Okay. We get our message here. We should be able to yield this now. And that should be a message or a Boolean. Okay. So let's go back and I want to actually use this queue item type. I forgot to tweet that I'm streaming. Let's get that thread. Let's go get the image. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Perfect. Okay. So I need to basically map. I can cast it. Because structurally, these are similar. We'll just do queue item. And now we're just gonna do chunk.map this. We'll write a little function down here. We'll say function message to queue item. And this will take a message, which will be a song added message, and it's going to return a queue item. And this is really easy because we can just return the message. Oh, we can't? The tag. Okay. Oh, right. That's fine. I forgot that was an option. So this will be track ID, and this will be message.track ID. And then what is the other value on a queue item? Requester. Why don't I get autocomplete there? Oh, probably that. Requester display name, and it'll be option dot sum message dot requester display name. There we go. Come here, paste that there, get another, there we go. Beautiful. In fact, we could just do that here, dot pipe, and we could do chunk dot map message to queue item. Couldn't we? Oh, we'd have to do effect dot map. And then we can get rid of this. And this will be, in fact, we can just do queue dot offer all, right? Effect dot tap. Can we do that? This would be items. Oh, yeah, see, it's fine. And then we can delete to Y. In fact, we don't even need this outer effect now. We can delete that. And we can delete that. We don't need yield. Check that out. That's pretty slick. We take all from the subscriber, we map them to queue items, and then we pipe that to this queue, which needs to be here. I like that. Yeah, we can do that, Suyash. Let's add that to a to-do. We'll come in and we'll do that. Spend bits to move your song to the front of the queue. On my mind. Never on my. So the next thing we have to do is when we actually get a, we need to make a new message broadcast from our Spotify subscriber. This one. Song request. Yeah, that was a good idea. I like that a lot. Let's rename this. This should be make error handler. So once we successfully we should move this out. But really we want to come down here. That ends that effect there. And we have to do a new one here. So we'll want to say yield star. And we're going to do pubsub.publish. And we're going to publish a message that the song was added. Right? We have a requester display name. Right? That should come off our message. Or how do we get that? Yeah, we should have that message in scope. And then we need I'm confident I can think like DM, all right? I'm now The new TS god. Listen, I am not a TS god. I think people think I'm a way better developer than I am. Yeah. I am not the best developer in the world, but I can sit and churn on a problem and get to pretty good solutions, and I'm pretty good at working with stakeholders and building resilient software. I'm not I'm not like many of my colleagues, like the team at Next or the team at Vercel that works on Next. Like, I'm not a very good um, like low level internal API type dev. I'm a good app dev. Believe me, watching your streams gives me a lot of inspiration to code for small devs like me. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that I'm inspiring somebody. So this needs a track ID. So that should have a track, yeah. Track.id. I wonder if that has a... Can I get the track.spotify? I wonder if I want the URI too. Maybe not. Okay, that looks good. So now we'll be publishing that event for our we'll be publishing that event for anyone else to listen to. So we can go back to the song request cache, and now we should be getting in here, right? I should be able to like effect dot tap, and if we do effect dot log info, we should be seeing the songs. Really, we should never ever get more than one song in this queue. Yeah, this should just be take. And then this can be, we don't even need chunks. We can just do that. And then this will be just offer. And this will be item. Yeah. So now when I restart this server here, do that. Whoops. What's happening? Whoa. Okay, my stuff screwed up there. Bun run start. When somebody should request a song here. Does this app have a single source to choose like Redux and React? Right now, this thing we're making, I forgot to start this. I'm an idiot. What I just said won't work, so don't listen to me. Right now, this is the only piece of state that's going to be in this. The other pieces of state are just like in Twitch and Spotify and not owned by us. So this will be the first stateful thing we have. So let's come down here and, well, if Mr. Streamer wants to pull my leg, we want to make a new class, and this will be song request cache, song queue cache. Really, this should just be our song queue. Sure. So this will extend context.tag. Well, I guess I don't even need to do that, right? We can just do const songq equals layer.scoped discard. And I'll take make. Needs a pub subclient. So we'll say .pipe, and then we'll do layer.provide, and that will get provided our pub subclient .live. Great. So there's our song queue. Beautiful. But really, we want to my switches are lubed. I'm a hardcore yielder doping. So we'll say type I song queue equals read only. Oh, we should re-implement. We'll do that next. Re-implement keyboard raffle. Peak. I don't know what we even do here. Take. This will be a function that returns. No, we don't even want take. We want peak, and we want like peak all. And this will return a queue item. Does that need to be an effect? Probably, yeah. This will be an effect of a queue item. We'll do read-only array. We'll make this peak n. And we'll just say number, I guess. Amount. Number. I don't even know what would you call that? What is the queue dot take all take n? I guess there is take n, so we'll do the same thing, take n. And what is the argument in that, or the parameter name? Take n number. Okay, sure. My God, my allergies are wrecking me this morning. Anyone have like a sneeze count? I gotta be like at like 12. Oh, I don't sweat already. Mom spaghetti. So we want to return this as const satisfies I song queue. Throw that up there. So we need a peak n. q dot, can I not peek a q? Man, okay, so there's not a peak. All right, so we need a different data structure then. We're just going to use an array. Let's make sure. Is there a way to peek a Q at a Q's values, or peek and it'd be nice to have Q dot peek and peek all. TQ has peek? I was just looking and it didn't. If I do Q dot, it doesn't look like it's on there. I just went through like the whole API here. TQ, not Q? What is a TQ? What the hell's a TQ? Transactional queue? What is... I don't understand what a TQ is compared to a normal queue. Okay, I mean, I'll use that. That's fine with me, but I don't know how I would have... One, I don't fully understand why there's a difference between the two and what the trade-offs are. STM? What is STM? Okay, that works for me. Peak n will be, this will take a number, and then that will do tq dot peak option. Oh, right, we probably do need an option. Oh, there's not a peak n though. Does TQ, is there a way to peak many on TQ? I think I might just need to use a array for this. We'll just make our own little queue. Array dot let's say from, and then we'll just say like length is going to be I don't know, what's a reasonable length? Let's just say 50. This probably doesn't need to do that. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, we're just gonna make our own queue here. We're gonna keep it super simple. We're gonna come in here and we get that. We're going to, a queue is first in, first out, or I guess last in, first out. No, first in, first out. FIFO, yeah, that's right. So we're going to say array dot, what is on my array? I want array from effect. Do that, come back down here. What do you have on you? Array dot of can I just make a new one? Is there a make on here? Yeah. Builds. No. Can I make one of a length? Make by. Returns a non-empty array of. Sure. This will be 50, and this is just going to be function dot constant, and this is just going to be option dot none. Okay. So this will be an array of option dot option queue item. You can close that for now. Where is our error at? Oh, right. Let's get that formatted. I think I missed your question about my NeoVim stuff. Your NeoVim setup requires some installation array. If yes, what are they? My NeoVim setup has some nuance to it. Let me go look quick. I don't know if you'd be able to just drop in and install it. Actually, you should be able to. I don't think I have anything in particularly special in my actual config for... Yeah, I think it's actually fine. You probably need like ripgrep installed for telescope and stuff like that. Oh, I don't use null.ls. Null.ls should be gone, right? Yeah, I don't use null.ls anymore. This one? My main question is for you for the Twitch API client. Why are you using the property instead of the API directly? I will show you Bear. Oops, we don't want to go to Vercel. We go to Effect. So like you're talking about like in like not here. Say event sub. This still ain't right. They'll be my subscribers. Like this one right here, where I do like this thing right here. Are you all right? Kindrak, 1 second. Let me talk to Rugged here. So this is a pattern I learned from possibly Fubby about how to wrap non-effect things with effect. So let me show you what's happening here. This use, I can probably look at the type on API. Yeah, so you can see that API is this structure that has a direct access to the client, and then there's this use property, which is a callback that accepts the client. So basically what this lets you do is lets you use the straight up like normal non-effect client and wraps the result in an effect for you. So like by default, send chat message returns a promise. And if I just use the use function here, it's under the cover is going to wrap this in an effect. So if you go look at how this is implemented, oops, you'll see here's our use function. It's going to accept a function that receives the client, and it's going to return a promise A. So then we're going to say, we're going to try to run that promise. And if it's okay, we're going to return the promise's resolve value in the success channel of an effect. And if there's an error, we're going to wrap it in a Twitch error and return that in the effects error channel. So it's just a way of basically wrapping outside world promise APIs in effects. It's really cool. I use it a lot. Basically, exactly. Like I'm working on a project at work where we're using effect, and we have a DynamoDB client, a Kafka client, and then another internal API client that's all been built out before we ever considered effect. And we basically just wrote thin wrappers around those clients using this exact pattern here. So now in our effect services, we can use those just pretty much normally within an effect context. And you can do something super similar where you go in the other direction and provide like non-promise APIs. Why is it called effects? So effects are a pattern in programming that lets you kind of defer computations and describe them in such a way that is reliable, predictable, and composable. Yeah, exactly. They're interruptible and resumable. Hey, Alice. Alice will probably have the best definition for an algebraic effect. All right, so I lost track of what I was doing. Kindrick, yeah. So Kindrick with the NeoVim API. Make sure when you have this auto command, you add it to your init, your user init. So you're gonna want to make sure you have it in here and it actually gets loaded at runtime. Because it's probably not getting registered, if I had to guess. What up, Mr. Dr. Love Wizard? All right, so now we need to add these items to our in little array queue. So we want to do, we want to append it. Yeah. Append to our queue, and this will be item.
Still, I feel like shit.
What'd you say, Justine?
I feel like shit.
Did you take Tylenol?
Not yet.
I think there's some like Dayquil up in the
There's some
closet.
down here.
Well, the sooner you take Tylenol, the sooner you're gonna feel a little bit better.
No. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Justine's sick. Are effects like type-safe versions of promises? You can kind of imagine this being the same as being like, anytime you see yield star, you can effectively read it as await computation, right? It's a similar mental model, but effect TS gives you type-safe computations, and it doesn't function color your application, so you can treat synchronous operations like asynchronous operations, and it doesn't percolate up through your application. That's, yeah. Do you want me to go get you the Tylenol? Okay, good luck, Ryan. Thank you. You can thank Ryan for that.
Thank you, Ryan. Still, it was in the drawer.
What drawer is it down here, Justine?
Here, I got it.
I'm looking here. Oh my god. We just need that.
She turned her location off, but Grayson's is still on.
The Tylenol has been acquired. The Discord, if you go to the effect repo, they have like a community Discord bot app that might have tests. I eventually want to come back and add tests to this. I've just been busy cranking out features I need. So is it a good idea to use effect in my front-end React application? I can't answer that yet. I haven't used it for front-end stuff, but I think it is more useful for back-end stuff for sure. I would be more apprehensive about adding it to the front end, but I'm basically at the point where I will use it for almost everything on the back end. So we need a function called peak. So let's say we have this function peak. This is going to take a array, which will be some read-only array of a type T. We don't care. Say T, and this will be a T. And then we need, this will be a option of T. So we'll say, we'll return option.from nullable. And we'll say r0 dot at 0, right? Yeah, great. And then we want peak peak n, which you basically copy that function, throw that on there, throw that there, and now this needs a second argument where number will be a number. And we'll say if r.length is less than number, we want to return r.map, and this will be option.sum, and this will be an array of T now. Read only array of T. Delete that. That doesn't need to be an option anymore. This ends up being a option of T. My token expired. Well, I'm glad it refunded you the points there. That's sus. I gotta go back and fix that again. I wonder if I accidentally installed. Justine, you're gonna have to redo that.
I did it to see if it would work.
You gotta do it again. I had the service down.
Oh.
You want me just to cue it up?
No, I don't care.
I'm gonna cue it up.
No, it's just the new Billie Eilish song.
Let's go. Some Goldfinger. All right, function lacks, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna return that for now. Okay, so that's about right.
Wait, can I show you something really cool?
What?
Can I show you something cool? The thing knows I'm sick.
I don't know how to read this.
So, this is like your recovery for the day. It's based on like your heart rate, respiratory rate, sleep performance, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it measures
Like, is that your recovery overnight?
like my recovery for the day in full.
Yeah, I would say so.
Um,
I hope you feel better, boo.
thanks, me too.
All right, let's see if the effect array helper has something on it. Can we take...
But that's the most important thing. 13 hours ago.
She might be born.
I know. She might have been born yesterday.
What I want to take, I want to iterate on like, what do I want? I want like map n. I guess we can just do that, right? We could do for let index equals 0. Index is less than or equal to number index plus plus. Come in here, and then we have, I don't know, let's just say results equals that. In fact, that can be even a const. Perfect. Let's pause this. We've got a reactive video from Alice. Here we go. All right, what's the tweet say? How do you all use your spring break? Hashtag jazz, hashtag functional programming, hashtag math. I already love this. I want to download this sound clip and make it I want to make this the noise that happens when we get raided. That's amazing. That's so good. We will say results dot push option dot from nullable, and then we'll do r dot at index, and then we'll return results. Great. And then our last one, which will be function peak all, is going to just take a, you can basically copy this and then compose it of the other, of peak n. And this is going to return a read-only array of option, yeah. I would really like to find a random ass use case in this to FFI from Bun to Rust just to see how it works. We can call peak n r dot length. There we go. Great. Wait, does functional programming mean programming using functions or practical programming? ¿Por qué no los dos? So we get number, we get peak, right? So let's implement peak. Peak is a function that is going to return let's GC that, and then this is going to be an effect dot succeed, and then we're going to say do we need a thunk here? I think we do. We'll say peak, and that'll take our Q right, we have our interface messed up right now because this is not right. This should be an option dot option for that. This should be, or no, that was right. Silly me. That should be option dot option. And then normal peak will have a function that's just an effect of option dot option Q item. You're the same deal. Is this the Bob the Build or the Home Depot song? No, I thought this was I thought this was the Home Depot. It's so fun to hang out here and watch you code that I can barely get any work done. That's the problem with being across the pond, right? You have to watch me in the middle of your workday rather than in the morning. Oh, TypeScript. This is what a good TypeScript system looks like, y'all. Right? Makes me anxious. I can't wait to get back to write some OCaml next month. Freaking love OCaml. All right, what are you upset about? Because the queue holds... Oh, we're already putting options in the queue. So that doesn't need to be an option. And that should be a read-only array. This can just be... Oh, I see why I did that. Whatever, this just... We'll do... Just do undefined, I guess. I guess that does make sense to make it an option. No, this is stupid. I'm just gonna do array. I want normal built-in array right now. Yeah, Leo is single-handedly putting the OCaml ecosystem on his backpack now as his full-time job. And now this is going to be array.from, and this is going to be length 50. Oh, I see that this actually won't work. All right. I'm not going to try to get clever and optimize the length of the array. We'll just take, I assume that we can come up here now, and rather than this, we're just going to do dot empty. And that's not a option anymore. That's just an array of queue items. Yeah, okay. There we go. Now it's fixed. He started sponsoring Laravel Livewire, and I've never been more disappointed in someone. I actually am kind of stoked that he went down that rabbit hole, because Leo is so good at taking the best APIs from other languages and ecosystems and putting it in his own stuff in OCaml.
I'm going upstairs to try and work.
Feel better, boo. I'm gonna throw this on the charger real quick. I love you.
I'm struggling.
Okay, so now the next one is going to be a effect.sync. Basically the same thing, right? It's just going to be sync, give it a thunk, and we'll do peak n, where it gets the queue, and then number. And then the last one is going to be peak all, which is going to be deleting that, and then we can just call, can I do this dot? No. Basically that, and it'll just be peak all, delete to there. Yeah. Cool. Livewire is a cheap knockoff of LiveView. One guy did in a week after seeing LiveView, except without any of the actual good parts of LiveView, because you literally can't in PHP. I came from Laravel land, and still most of my friends are from there. Two of them were so frustrated with Livewire in the last year that I got them to try LiveView, and they are now 100% converts. Well, it sounds like the gist that I got from Leo is that he also ran into similar limitations in Feelings Ryan, but the ecosystem around it, both from the libraries and frameworks and the tooling perspective, is still more attractive than Elixir, is kind of the vibe I got from his tweet thread. We don't want to discard now, we just want to say scoped. Do you take an effect? What do you return? I guess I don't even need a layer here. Dot pipe effect dot provide. What up, Priv? No, we do need a layer because we need it to be scoped. Or we need it to be a tag. I forget the syntax for this. It's like layer dot effect, and then it'll be make, and then we say dot pipe effect dot scoped. Is that how we do this? Layer dot scoped. Yeah, makes an effect. It should be. See? It's an effect. I guess I can do there we go. Is there another way to do this? I think I can do like const song queue equals context.generic tag. And this would be song queue, queue. And this would just need like declare const song queue symbol is a declare is a unique symbol, and then we can throw that in there, song queue symbol. And now we can say song queue dot pipe Oh, I guess this isn't that useful, is it? Whatever, this is fine. Okay. Okay, that looks good to me. So we now have this song queue, and we want to start this at the same time as everything else. So let's go to main, and we want song queue dot live, and yep, that should be fine. We don't actually need it to do that. So we can do dot pipe, and that can be layer dot provide. Song queue dot live, and that should discard. Yeah, there we go. And now, what do we want? We should add some logging to this. So let's copy the logging we do everywhere else, which we can go into like really anything. So let's go into the Twitch service to grab that. Going you, do that. And then we'll grab this, paste that there. Cool, that looks good there. Although we don't want Twitch service. This will be Twitch service, and we're gonna replace that with song queue. And we also want to we want to annotate our logs. And we'll say module is going to be song queue. Thank you for the follows. I missed everyone that followed this stream, but Lego, appreciate you. LOL Iris, let's see, Dope Inc., Mac SP. If y'all are still around, super appreciate the follows. Fub, I have a question. Since I wrapped this outer effect with annotate logs, will these inner ones get that as well? No, it won't. Okay. Not that any of these log anyways, so it's not important, but I wasn't sure if it was context aware like that or not. What up, Mohade? Long time no see. Okay, so let's start this. Whoops. Bump up here. Let's clear the terminal and restart. We should see starting song queue. Do we see that anywhere? I see the song queue's request, song queue started. Beautiful. And now when a song gets requested, we should see, let me go grab a song to request. What do I want to listen to here? What's a good song? Oh, this is a classic. Little punk from middle school. All right, so there we go. We saw that log from the song queue. Nice. I've been up to playing around with EffectTS, basically trialing it to see if I want to use it for work, and we've come to the conclusion that we do. So we've started building some stuff at work with Effect, and now I'm just like building all my Twitch integrations with it, because it's very easy to do like concurrent stuff with, which you normally don't hear with JavaScript. Okay. So now we have like this queue, and now we need to write a function. Let's just say we need to reconcile our queue against Spotify's queue. Song queue request. It's gonna be song request. I did get a Moonlander, and hopefully the goal by end of the week is to be using this full time. I'm gonna spend some time today on my lunch break working on getting my symbol layer set up to a place where I can feel like starting to feel somewhat productive. That's the only thing I don't have yet is my symbol layer down. Yeah, so hopefully by end of week we'll be switched to Moonlander, which it admittedly does not sound as good as my current Keeb, but I have Glorious Pandas and Foam and Painter's Tape in it. So hopefully it's not too bad of a change. Definitely not as thocky or deep, but I don't think it'd be impossible to, because the Moonlander, the switches don't recess into the board, so they're exposed. So you just like can't get that like deep thock with it. All right, let's get music back on. So where do I want to do this? I think in our over here, I'm gonna grab the Spotify client, and we're just gonna grab the queue. Spotify's API client. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna write a function here to sync. This is the same function that we saw Ryan wrote in his code. So let's say we're going to have function sync queue, and this will take this will just take our Q, and in fact, we'll do this. So we'll come down here and we'll get a Q, Queu, which will be a read-only array of our Q. In fact, let's just go alias that. Let's say type song queue is a read-only array of Q items. Duplicate. Damn it. That's so annoying. Whatever, I don't care. It's just an alias. Queu item, and it's going to return a... I don't know what we're going to return yet. Oh, I don't have water. Let me go grab water. Cheers. Yeah, I realized that my array is also not thread safe, and I need to wrap this in like a synchronized ref or whatever. I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. So we want that bit. Where is it? Concurrency subscription ref. Is that what we want? Well, yeah, we do need a ref because we have two different processes that can update this thing. Where are my refs? State management, synchronized ref. Yeah, so we want this guy. This is cool because I haven't had a chance to play with this yet. So this is actually going to be... QRef And we want to say this is going to be a synchronized, let's just delete, no. This will be a synchronized ref dot synchronized ref of u Why the Moonlander and not the Voyager? It was my first split keyboard, and I just liked the Moonlander a little bit more, I guess. And then we have to say synchronized ref.make. I guess I have to yield that probably. Okay. So down here now, how do we use our synchronized ref? We have to do this will go in synchronized ref dot update effect, or not even update effect. And we can say this will get our Q ref. And this is going to get, this will be that. Quayu. Yeah, beautiful. So now down here, to access it, we need to do synchronized ref dot get q ref no effect dot sync. So it would be synchronized ref dot get, and then that is There we go. Just polluting my Spotify. Totally fine. I have no problem with that. Okay, now we have a way to safely access and manipulate this queue. So we have the queue here, and we're going to come into this, and this is going to be an effect. So let's just go ahead and say return effect.gen function star boom 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 boom. I'm getting really fast at typing that. And let's get our Spotify client in this effect. So we'll just yield star Spotify client. Back to the Y. Do that. And we want to get the Spotify queue. And that'll equal Spotify yield star Spotify dot use. We get our client, and we'll say client dot player dot get users queue. Yep. So now we have that queue. And we can really, I think if we look at this, there's a queue field on it. We got currently playing and the queue. Great. So then we'll say yeah, we'll just do and then we need to loop over this. Yeah, so Dope Inc. The yield is part of a framework called EffectTS, and what it's basically doing for you is under the covers there's a runtime with effect that allows preemptive scheduling. So like if you know how like Go uses like Go routines and stuff, it basically lets you do a bunch of stuff concurrently and yields back to the runtime. It's almost like you can think of it as like a wait. You know, it's the same model as awaiting a promise, except you're yielding an effect. And you can also partially think of it like if you know React, when you use a hook, like use hook, inside that hook, you're like tapping into React's runtime to have React do special things for you inside your hooks. Your effects are kind of the same way. You're hooking into the runtime of effect. Oh, I overrode that. Thank you for the follow, Code Torment. Appreciate you. That's not quite right. How'd you do this, Ryan? So this is where we're at here. This is like the same spot. Current queue and actual queue. You reverse the current queue. Does key take remove it from the... Like when you call a key take on queue, does it remove an element? Oh, we got simple and clean coming. Some Kingdom Hearts. Let's go. So that must... So you're... Oh, you're reducing and you're... I see. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. I wonder if effects find and take. Can I do that? What do we have on here for helpers? Take. I need like a take predicate. Chop. No. Join, no. Make scan. No. Filter map. No, that's not what we want either. We could partition. Partition might work. Yeah, it's not there. So we're gonna partition. It's partition. So partition is going to take our queue, and then we have a function which will take an item, and then we have to return probably an either. Item track dot id equals item dot track id. If it is, we'll return an either dot, gotta import that, either dot left of the item. Otherwise, we either dot right. Either dot right of the item. Is that not how we do that? Is that not the signature for that? Oh, it's a predicate. Ah, okay. So we don't even have to do the either. It does that for us. Nice. So now we should have, yep. Excluded. So this will be our, we need to reduce here. So we'll, I don't even know what to call this. Current queue found item. Is this an option? Right. Hi, Meta. I miss you. If dot at 0. No, I don't want to do that. Found items. Const found item equals option dot from nullable found items dot at 0. Is there a partition while? Because that would take out if we had multiple. I need a partition while. I'm gonna have to do this myself. partition while is going to take the array. It's going to take the I want to do find first, but I also want to remove it. I mean, I could do find first. I mean, that's easiest. Yeah, I guess that works. Const first index equals find first index. Does this take a predicate? Yeah. So this would be item track.id equals item.track ID. And we need to put in the queue. And then we say if option.isSum first index, we'll come in here and we'll say const item is array dot at unsafe get first index option dot map really that's the item, and then we want to we'll do cool. I guess that is a predicate or a type predicate or whatever. Nice. Okay, and then we can do we can return that's mutative, which means I can do that. Oh, yeah, yep. Good luck. I thought we had that fixed. I swear we fixed that. We're gonna have to go back to that. This freaking... Some Kingdom Hearts. Let's go. Revisit Spotify off. Refreshing. Something's not working with that. And I thought we had it. Fun, run, start. I want to go look at the logs up here. Because it should have, when it expired, it should have tried to refresh on its own. Which is so stupid. If we go look at that Spotify API, like right here is where it should be refreshing. Well, we should have seen this log case right here, refresh Spotify token. You think the bug's in there? Yeah, probably for sure. All right, what is happening here? Is this just because if I return is this happy? Okay, it is. All right, my types are just wrong. So let's start here. And this actually just needs to be updated queue and current queue. And basically we can put that out here too, right? Come down here and we'll say that's that. Should be type checked, good. And then here we want to return, we want to, in the updated queue, we want to push. Does push go in the end? Yeah. So the updated queue dot push. Why is this read only? Dot append. And this will be item. And then this will be current queue. Yeah. Similar to Ryan. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's pretty close. That's not quite right. Or it should actually. We can do what'd I screw up here? Do I just have to give this a type? This is going to reduce to a it's going to reduce to a tuple of an array of queue items and then another, right? Wait, how are you double wrapping? Oh. And then here we'll get the updated Q. Why can't I get this to infer correctly? What is it, like this? I mean, this is pretty close. I can just do like, hold on, chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out quick because I'm getting annoyed of working on this. Okay. There's a stupid lint rule at work that forces me to write it this way. I normally do write it that way. You're right. Now does it infer correctly? If I get rid of all this stuff, are we inferred correctly? We're inferred correctly there. Can it infer correctly on its own? No, it can't. So we'll say this is going to have a read-only array
of Q item. Queu item. Isn't that what we want? Cannot extend. There we go. Can I ignore the second one? No. Wow, that was really annoying to do. So now we can return, we can really just return this. Updated queue. I know this error. Lol. Sorry, chat. Kind of in the zone here. I'm not keeping up or talking. Just want to get through this. This is getting messy. I don't like this. This is too much nesting. We still need the... I'm in this generator scope, though. Oh, I guess I can't flat map. I see. Okay, I need to just undo a bunch of this. We're going to just go back, and we're going to get the index, and we'll stop there, and then we'll... This is fine. No, you're good. I like the idea. I like the idea. Okay, so we now have this sync queue, which should return We do need to update. Oh, fuck, it's 10 o'clock. We'll wrap this up tomorrow, chat. Let me just to do Wednesday. Start here with syncing with synchronized ref. There is like a weird edge case here. There is an edge case where there are orphaned queue items in the current queue. This likely means that 1, the song already played. 2, the song was somehow removed from Spotify's queue. Okay, let's go find someone to raid. We will raid Shri. All right, chat. Have a lovely Tuesday and kick some ass. We'll be back tomorrow morning.